Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, you know the drill. It does not matter what you drive. With this breaking news, this is your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd. And Stellantis, Dodge, whatever you want to call it, the company, they've been teasing us with a bunch of products this week. And the creme de la creme has been, they've said, hey, the Chargers and Challengers and stuff are going EV. And how would that look? Because these vehicles have been throwback vehicles, and they're just classic-looking vehicles. And what was that going to look like? How are we going to see an EV version of a muscle car? Because we all know EV performance, yes. EV performance just can outdo anything a gas-powered engine can do, but there's a lack of things like a sound. And Dodge has a creative way of making some sound. And I just watched their live stream of this thing. And so I don't know if I'll have everything available for this, but I wanted to get to this. From the get-go, very classic Dodge. They wanted to keep some of the traits of the previous generation. So the front end looks pretty similar. Body shapes now, it does stretch out. This one looks a lot longer than the outgoing model. But definitely has that vibe of a muscle car. The wheels look pretty good. Now, I want to preface this. This is a concept. This is not the final form, but final form looks pretty good so far. Guys in the comments, let me know what you think. But they have a unique way. So if you, they have a way they're trying to do sound, and it almost sounds like an F1 car the way they did it. And I don't know if it's this. They're just have a speaker system that makes you feel like it. They're claiming there's some sort of weird exhaust to this thing. I don't know how, because EVs, we all know, they don't have exhaust. So the way they're doing something, it has a little bit of noise, which is, honestly, it's pretty brilliant if it all works out when it comes to actual production, because that's the one thing that everybody's been scared of about going EV is like losing the sound and the love of the engine and stuff. So I'm pretty excited to see this, but let's get over to this other picture. You can see here from the side, still has that kind of that Charger Challenger, the back glass. It's going to have LED on, for whatever reason now on all EVs is the rage. We got to have LED everywhere. But what you can't see right now is this hatch. This is all one hatch. So when you lift up, you're still getting these kind of storage, which their rep was talking about. Hey, part of the battle that we're facing is nobody wants cars anymore. And I get that. We all get that, is everybody wants an SUV or a truck now. So how do we make a muscle car kind of blend into modern society? Well, if you notice, this is a lot bigger. It's almost like those old the wagons they used to make. But the back glass there all pops up, and you've got a lot more access to cargo space. So they were bragging about that, like, whether you want to go to the track or Costco, well, this might be the car for you. But ultimately, the side of this thing, great color, great presentation on this. I love how they have like that little garage in the background. Very good Dodge, very nice. Once again, we all know LED is, you got to have as much light bar, running light as you can on this. And I have to say, pretty good. The lights on this, whether they'll actually be like this tiny little LED once they come to production, is who knows. Looks like with EV they might have a new logo they're working on, this little triangle thing. I will say I'm not much on that. I mean, that's the tiniest little thing of it, but look at the shape of this. Very muscle car. Where Tesla and everybody's trying to go, they want to go very aerodynamic, very like low. Dodge said they weren't worried about aerodynamics as much because they're willing to give up a little bit of mileage for the look of the vehicle, which, once again, I have to commend them for that. That takes some balls to say, yeah, we know this isn't going to get the mileage you expect, but it's going to look damn good going down the road. And this kind of excites me about EV. You guys know I've been back and forth with EV. I understand the tech's coming and people want it. I get it. I mean, pricing right now, we've seen with some of the materials being in conflict zones, the price is all over the map. Who knows if this year you pay, maybe it's twice next year. That's for a debate for another show. But ultimately, I think Dodge has got a home run here. And let's look at one more. A final little picture. Look at the little Hellcat on the side there, kind of an electrified version of it. And they did say that this thing will have more power than what the current supercharged stuff does. So I'm gonna guess 800, 850 somewhere in horsepower. But look how the aerodynamics of this thing. Look at the hood, because you don't need that hood, so it gives you can continue to keep that kind of front image, you know, the kind of muscle car image, but yet we're getting some of the aerodynamics. That's pretty cool. But overall, I like this thing, and let me know in the comments what you think. Obviously, we'll be covering more of this as it comes to fruition, and you know, so whether it be two-wheel drive, all-wheel drive like this car is, EVs that you want to drive, this has been your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your Dave Boys. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.